How's it going, everybody? And welcome to the Minute Channel. And today I have a discussion video for Persona 5R, the Royal, on Persona 5S Scramble. Right. So, but let's go ahead and start with the Royal because we had the announcement for that first, and then I'm gonna move into Persona 5S. To discussion, kind of just I wanted to do a discussion video, but I was kind of like, I don't know if I should do two discussion videos, one on each or whatever. But I figure I'll just do it all together. I will leave a time link right there to the moment that I start talking about Persona 5S. So if you're curious about what I have to say about 5S, you can look at that specific time frame, or if you want to just watch the entire video, that'll be awesome. Also, I cover Persona a lot, so if you're interested in Persona and my thoughts on it, you can subscribe. That'll be awesome because we can have a conversation about it. Feel free to join me in the comments as well. So let's go ahead and get started with Persona 5R, the Royal. So this is exactly what I wanted for a Persona 5 Plus, I guess. Atlus does this pretty much with every single mainline Persona game, where you have the first game, vanilla game, I guess you can call it, and then Atlus is like, okay, we are ready for adding all the extra features and everything. And I think the reason why they do it is because there's always improvement. There's something you can do to make the game better. And honestly, from anything from Persona 3 to Persona FES to Persona 3P or Persona 4 to Persona Golden has been a huge improvement, and not just graphical, because the graphical is not really what they go for, but story wise the story gets improved. Adding new characters add a whole new layer to the story itself, and then you have the additional confidants or the social links that you can do and all this stuff. And honestly, one of my biggest criticisms for Persona 5 was the short amount of time that you spend at certain points. I think because of the type of story that they were trying to tell on Persona 5, there are times where I just want to hang out with my friends and have a social experience, like in Persona 4 and Persona 3. And I know that Atlus got that criticism back from other fans as well. So what they're doing, they're adding new scenes, they have a new school trip they're gonna go to. They have the New Year's event. So there's a time period in Persona 5 where you just don't play at all. That entire time period is skipped, and you don't play anything. You don't hang out with your friends, you don't do anything. You just, that entire part of the game is just skipped. So Atlus is giving you a chance to kind of just play that part and everything, and that's something they actually fixed on Persona 4 too, which is why I thought it was weird that they didn't do it on Persona 5 straight up. But yeah, same thing happened in Persona 4. There was a specific time period, because of story reasons, it just literally just skips entire, like a month, 2 months or something like that. So it's really wonderful that they were able to just come up with a way to kind of add it in here as well. So that's good. And the new female character looks amazing. I like her design, and I'm being biased here because she has exactly the same design as Minako from Persona 3 does. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Somebody has to say it. They are exactly the same design, and I have obviously a comparison here so you can see. But I mean, what can I say? I like her design a lot, and I'm curious to see what kind of person she is, because it looks like she does join the fandom tips, but I don't think she's going to be a permanent member. She could be somebody that joins because they have to join together, kind of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. But it doesn't mean that they see eye to eye, the final tips and her, in all the things that they agree or disagree on. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna be, but my guess is I don't think she's a permanent character. I think she's gonna be a character that impacts the story in a new way. If you haven't played another Persona game, in Persona 4 we had a character named Marie, and she really changed the way that the story worked in Persona 4. So my guess is that this new character, she is going to have the same impact or a similar impact on Persona 4. That's gonna on Persona 5. So I'm very excited to see that, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen there. We have two new characters. One character is a new confidant that you get. He is a counselor, and I think it's an interesting concept to have a counselor in Persona 5, because there are many events that happen at the school at a certain period of time, and I think that is good. It makes sense that this character will appear on that specific time frame. So I like that. And the other character is a screenshot. He did not show up on the trailer, and he is a black hair character with blue eyes. He's sitting and he's talking to Joker. There is a theory that's Morgana in human form. So it's cool. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the rumor, the guess going around and everything. I would like to think that I like Morgana, and I would like to see the character and everything having a human form. I think that's one of the things that when I finish Persona 5, no spoilers or anything, but I guess I wanted to see his storyline being resolved a little bit better. So I think maybe that will be a kind of way to kind of just give him that extra stuff. If you haven't played Persona 5 and you clicked on this video, I will say you should play Persona 5, even if Persona the Royal is coming, because that way you're able to experience Persona 5 twice. Honestly, the experience between game to game is so different. It's almost like a reinvention of the game. Whenever I played Persona 4 the first time, and then I played Persona 4 the Golden, or Persona 4 Golden as it's named here, is a reinvention of the same game, but bits and pieces changes and everything is almost like playing a new game plus with new story and everything else. So it's so different from everything else. It's really hard to explain without explaining it, because I can't think of many other games that do it the way that Persona does it. It's so special and so different that it's like a new game on its own, with its own stuff and everything. So I'm really excited. I mean, like, what can I say? Persona the Royal, it's what I wanted for Persona 5. I really couldn't wait. Whenever they announced it for Persona 5R, that was my biggest hope. That was one of the biggest things that I did. I'm not gonna lie, I did want a female protagonist because of Persona 3P, because that just establishes a brand new timeline with everything, being a female character and everything. But that obviously didn't happen. I think it's fine. It's not something I'm terribly disappointing on. But I am very excited to see what they're gonna do. I want them to improve a little bit on the confidence as far as the timeline and everything, the time that you get to spend with them and everything. I think towards the end there was really a missing part where you didn't get a chance to kind of hang out with them and everything, and I think that was a missed opportunity there. Now that we have that extra time, that will be really good, because you can get complete all of the confidence and everything. So yeah, really exciting stuff. One thing that I would like, kind of like a wish list kind of thing here, and this is just kind of like a biggest wish, is I want them for you to be able to use your file from Persona 5 into Persona 5 the Royal as a new game plus. I don't know if it could happen or not, because I don't know the logistics of it, but I would like it if I could use my new game plus on Persona 5 the Royal. I don't know if you agree or disagree. Please let me know in the comments below, because I think that's kind of like one of those things that I'm thinking of doing, because that will make it a little bit easier on veterans. I mean, I put over 400 hours on Persona 5. I played it multiple times, so I would like all of my progress and all of my everything that I've done so far to kind of like carry over in some sort of shape or form, I don't know. So now moving on, I wanted to talk about Persona 5S, and you're gonna see that the rhythm of stuff just a little bit changes here. Persona 5S was rumored to be a Switch game, and I wasn't wrong. It is a Switch game, but it is not the Switch games that we expected. It's not what I wanted, and I'll be honest with you, I am disappointed about it. I never played a Warriors game before. A Musu game, I guess that's what they call them. It's the Warriors hack and slash type game where you fight hordes and hordes and hordes of enemies at a time in a really badass cutscene kind of type of fashion. It looks really cool, and I've seen many of the games and everything. I think I might have played like a Gundam Warriors type game, but I don't think beyond that. I don't think I played a lot of those. A lot of people are into those games. I know a lot of my friends are. So, seeing this announced, I was kind of like, okay, I can see where a lot of people will be excited for this. But honestly, Atlas knew that the leaks for this thing was going on. At no moment did they occur to them to maybe kind of like, all right, guys, it's not Persona 5, but you know, this is what it is, kind of thing. And I think that using the Super Live as kind of like day 2 of the Super Lives. So here's the deal: you had the Super Live going on, and people already tuning in for the announcement, right? And the day before, we had Persona 5 The Royal. So the stakes are right here, and Atlas comes out, and it's like right there. So I don't know. It's cool. It's a little bit on my side is disappointing, but I'm intrigued and I'm curious because I've never seen them do something like that. The closest of a hack and slash that I've ever seen them close to, it's a game series on Shin Megami Tensei side called Devil Survivor. No, Devil Summoner. And Devil Summoner is a series about a 1920s type Japan, where you have a detective that goes around, and he has a contract with demons. He makes contract with demons, and he utilizes demons to solve crimes. And there's this big plot line and everything, but it's really interesting. And he's able to summon multiple demons, and those demons join with him and they fight together, and he uses a sword or a katana, I guess, kind of like something between a sword and a katana, and he fights bad guys and everything. And it's really cool. But back in the day on the PlayStation 4, the controllers were super clunky. That's one of the things that I will say that were really clunky. Now, if they could do something like that, if they were gonna do a hack and slash, I would have loved to see something like a Devil May Cry for Persona. If they were going to do a hack and slash, I guess that would be more like the beat 'em ups type of thing, kind of like Persona. Not Persona. Like Devil May Cry or like Bayonetta or Nier Automata. That's the kind of style that I would have liked to see. There's many examples out there. So if they were to do something like that, I would have loved to see something like that. It is not, so I don't know. Without seeing the game, without seeing actual gameplay on the game, honestly, we had like 3 cutscenes on it. So nothing's really like set on stone or anything. So I'm not exactly sure how to feel about it. I'm slightly disappointed, but I'm intrigued. I have confidence in Atlas. Whenever they announced the dancing games, I was like, what the heck is this? And you know what, I ended up loving the dancing games. They're cool, they're fun, they're kind of like as long as you like suspend your fan from just, you know, like, oh, I want this. They're fun games. But I don't know at this point if Atlas is just milking this to the bone, because you know more of things are coming. Whenever they teased Persona R, the very first announcement, they were like multiple projects. So we have these things going on. We have Persona Q2 coming out in July. In June. It's like June 6th, June 4th, something like that. So we have some time to go. So I don't know. I really don't know what we're gonna do here. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about this? I seen a really mixed reception on this front about Persona 5S. Some people are kind of like, that's cool, and some people are kind of like, no, I just wanted the Persona 5 vanilla game on the Switch. That would have been enough for some people. And I think that would have been a little bit cheaper for Atlas too, because you're not spending any effort into it. They're just porting the game to Switch. So it makes me even wonder if there's kind of like a contract with Sony or something like that. Because I think it is interesting that pretty much the entire games of the mainline Persona games have all been on the PlayStation 2. They pour over to PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. So makes me wonder, but I don't really know the answer to that question. I don't know if they're in a contract of the sorts or if they just like the PlayStation for some reason. It might be easier to code on. I don't know. I really don't. I'm clueless about it because they do make games for Nintendo. They made a whole lot of games for the DS and the 3DS and they had a crossover between Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei that was absolute crap, but that was on the Wii U. And then they had, well, it was not absolute crap, but it wasn't what we expected as fans from either of those two. It didn't come out as either. That's another video for another day that I will do in the future, trust me. But I don't know. I really don't know why. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm rambling at this point, but this is the discussion video. So yeah, if you agree or disagree with any of what I'm saying, just let me know in the comments below. Please do consider liking and subscribing, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I do work on Persona videos, but I do want to do other kind of videos as well. So I do reviews and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching this video here. If you're new, like it and subscribe, will be awesome. And I'll see you next time.